what's up? Today I'll be doing something new and kind of come up with a top 10 list of games that I've played in 2015. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean it came out in 2015, but games I spent a lot of time on, you know, during the year 2015, which made my 2015 memorable in terms of gaming. So, let's begin. Starting off the list as my number 10 pick is Super Mario Maker for the Wii U. When I first picked this game up, I didn't expect I'd be playing this as often as I thought I would. I picked this game up wanting a game that felt casual. I had a lot of hardcore games already, that I had to deal with. But I soon realized that this game is so good at bringing both the hardcore and casual community together. There are players that create stages that are just difficult, and it takes a lot of time, practice, and just trial and error to complete. On the other hand, there are stages that are just fun, stages that reinvent old Mario stages and make new stages that are just as fun. This game was definitely a game that Nintendo really wanted and had the passion of releasing. And you could tell by the amount of time and effort they put into it. You could tell through the game, through playing it. This game brings out the creativity that most games lack, and that's why it belongs in this list. My number 9 game of 2015 is Far Cry 4. Now, not necessarily released on 2015, I still put a lot of time into this game. I played Far Cry 3 religiously with my brother, and I had so much fun with it, and this game was the same. It produced the same result in terms of entertainment and how much fun I had and exploring the world of Kyrat. It was visually impressive. The gun selection, weapon selection was awesome. It came with map creator and a multiplayer mode that I've tried out, and it was actually really good. There were parts of the story that were amazing that I can't forget, and you know, um, Far Cry is just known for having these set pieces, having these amazing moments that just immerses you into this world that they created. Beautiful game, really fun to play, and I did spend a lot of time with it with my brother, and that's why it belongs on my number 9. Number 8 on my list is Call of Duty Black Ops 3. Now, I first tried this game out during its beta, and I had loads of fun. Mind you, I've never really played any of the previous Call of Duty games. I felt like exosuits were a little bit too much for me, and I just didn't pick up Ghost or Black Ops 2. But when I picked this game up, they added new elements into the game that I actually really appreciate. The wall running, parkour portion of the game, it wasn't too excessive like they did with the exosuit. Jetpack wasn't too crazy, which I really liked again. The different characters and the different, specialists and classes and abilities that you get to use were so fun. It also came with a free run mode, nightmare mode, zombies is back, and the campaign, which wasn't that bad. Overall, I know people buy this game for its multiplayer, and I have to say the multiplayer was super fun, and I had a lot of time invested into it, and I'm glad I picked it up. It was one of the better Call of Duties to date. Next on the list is Bloodborne. Now, Bloodborne came out early 2015, and wow, it came out with a bang. It started 2015 right, and I mean right. I don't understand how a game that challenges you this much could be so addicting. Now, I've never played any of the earlier Demon Souls, Dark Souls series, but coming to this game as blind as I did with its style, I'm glad I was able to understand what the game was about. Progressing through the game was so rewarding. The theme of the game and the environment that it portrayed, it was beautiful. This is one of those games that made you realize how much work it is to actually have you as a gamer be a part of this world. And I really appreciate that from the devs. Beautiful game, really fun, really challenging. If you haven't played it, pick it up and actually try it. My next game on the list is Fallout 4. Now I'm going to be honest here. I never played Fallout 3, New Vegas, or any of the Fallout series before this. So coming to this as blind as I did, like I did with Bloodborne to Demon Souls, I just played it. The hype was real, coming from the E3 announcement to the teasers to the trailers. I knew it was a game I was gonna pick up. And man, I was really glad I did. This game has a lot of depth, a lot of content, a lot of fun. The developers knew that it wouldn't be the kind of game that they wanted to let out unless modding was a part of it. And I'm glad Bethesda took that route. This game has likable characters and a very believable post-apocalyptic world that they created for us. It made me more interested in the universe of Fallout, and I could really, really appreciate that world. One of the biggest things that brought me back to the game was the customization with your guns, your armor, and the settlements. There's so many parts of this game that are just fun, and you know that Bethesda can make games that are just fun. Next on the list is Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons. And let me tell you about this game. So this game was one of those games that just immerses you into this world, this beautiful fictional world where you feel like you're part of the adventure. You feel so connected to the characters. And I don't know how many times I've said wow, because the environment and the game, how it just looks, its presentation is just almost flawless. The way it just executed itself. The story in the game is so deep and sincere. You rarely see that in any other games nowadays, and I'm just glad that the developers saw that it's not about quantity but quality. And what I mean by that is that this game could be easily beaten from 3 to 6 hours, depending on how much you want to just take your time into this game. And if you feel this much emotion for a game, I think that's what you call a real game. Number 4 on my list is Grand Theft Auto 5. So I've played this game on the Xbox 360, but haven't played it on the next gen system. I did pick it up for my PS4, and the experience is just as rich as it was on the 360. If not richer, by adding more content, new music for your radio station, having a first-person mode, etc. This game also looks so great, and the world is so believable, so interactive, and there's so much to do in this world. Sometimes I just pick up the game and just drive around like I do when I just want to think, Rockstar really took their time creating this game, and I'm glad they did. They did an A+ job in this game, and the multiplayer, GTA Online, just as fun. You get to play with your friends and have missions and heists, and it was just crazy. And you could just spend literally hours on this game, just living your second life into this fictional world. Of course, the main characters in this game are very likable and very believable, and they're not superhuman, even though they do have the abilities. But great game nonetheless. Number 3 on my list is Super Smash Bros. For the Wii U and Nintendo 3DS. And so I have this game for both my 3DS and my Wii U. Both have enough content to last you a lifetime. Introducing 8-Man Smash, Smash Run, Trophy Rush, Smash Tour, and the list goes on, with over 500 tracks and a lot of stages. An impressive amount of characters in the roster. more customizable items, amiibo compatibility, online, um, matches, 4-man smash, for glory, tourney mode, and the list just keeps going on and on. I don't know how much time I spend in this game. Well worth it. If you haven't played this game, I say you should totally pick it up. Number 2 on my list is XCOM Enemy Within. I was first introduced to this game via PlayStation Now, which I'm currently unsubscribed to. But while I was subscribed, this game took most of my time. I put so much time into this early 2015, during the end of winter, beginning of spring, and transitioning into my summer. A turn-based game that has you as a commander, giving orders and ambushing and defending yourself from these aliens that invaded Earth. What I loved about this game is that it has a permadeath system with these characters, these uh, players that you get to control, and these soldiers. Just it has you so attached to these soldiers that if any of them dies, you just feel like you want to just restart the whole game, and it was just fun, just the different types of abilities, the ranking system, and um, what kind of abilities you want. Just a fun game overall. And my number 1 game of 2015 is Rocket League by Psyonix. Now this game took majority of my summer, my winter, and present day. A game where it involves cars with boosters and a ball and pretty much 2 goals. Pretty much it. A simple concept, a simple game to pick up, but hard to master. It gets extremely technical, and it's just so much fun. I had so many friends that got into it, and we just played for hours, and I feel like that's how games should be. The DLCs in this game are DLCs done right, by producing vehicles and boosters and other items that's just cosmetics. Nothing game breaking. There are no shortcuts to this game, just a lot of practice. Free content with Halloween and Christmas event items. Free stages like Wasteland. This game just keeps on giving. And that's why this is my top game of 2015. Thank you, Psyonix, for such a great game, and keep doing what you're doing. So hope you guys liked the video. Um, try and come up with more personal videos in the near future. Thanks.